chapter 8, the power of attitude. Nothing devalues skill and commitment like wrong attitude. For instance, some people are good on their job, but they are so proud that they are sidelined when a choice of promotion is being made. The greatest men in the Bible were not made by strength or might, but by their attitude. Abraham was made by his attitude of obedience. Moses was not made a leader because of his strength, but because of his meekness. David's courageous attitude gave him victory over Goliath. In spite of his stature, the exalted throne of Christ was built by right attitude. Obedience led Jesus to the cross, which in turn led him to the throne. Power didn't make him, attitude did. That means you can be anointed and still die a failure. The nature of a tree determines the fruit it bears. A mango tree cannot bear orange fruit. Your nature is what makes way for your future. Every great altitude stems out of a right attitude. Therefore, every negative nature will lead to a negative future. It takes more than strength or skill to scale through in life. So, you must cultivate the right attitude. There are 4 aspects of human life where we need to cultivate a right attitude if you must be productive and fulfill destiny. They are attitude to life, attitude to God, attitude to work, and attitude to money. An understanding of these 4 will give anyone a great adventure in life. Attitude to life. To make a difference to your world, you must realize that life is a gift, not a grief. It is a privilege, not a right. After all, what role did you play in coming into this world? You played no role whatsoever in your existence. If you don't embrace the gift of life, you stand to be disgraced. Every murmuring against God paved way for destruction. He made you, so you must maintain an attitude of gratitude to your Maker for the privilege of existence, so He does not withdraw the breath He gave you. That is why the psalmist said, "Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord." Apart from appreciating God for your life, an understanding of what life means will help you make your life count. What is life? Life can be defined as the act of living, and its evidence is in contribution. In basic sense, only plants and animals are classified as living things, and their life is evidenced in their contribution. Plants generate the oxygen which animal takes in, and animals in turn generate the carbon dioxide which plants utilize for their food. When a plant stops generating oxygen for the animals to consume, it means the plant is dead. Similarly, when an animal stops generating the carbon dioxide for the plants to consume, the animal is dead. When you stop making contribution to your world, you are no longer living, you are merely existing. Stones exist but have no life because they do not make any contribution of their own. Life is about contribution, not consumption. It is about relevance, not significance. Life is not about getting from people, but it is about giving out to people, reaching out to them. Life is about service, not status. It is about sacrifice, not surplus. It is about giving, not just receiving. It is your giving that provokes your receiving. God is out to bless us, but we are blessed primarily to be a blessing to our world. Can you imagine yourself eating and drinking for weeks, but never visiting the toilet for weeks? The food is soon converted to poison. Likewise, when you are not being a blessing to your world, life soon becomes miserable. Life is about responsibility. The right attitude to life is a responsibility that we owe our destiny. Attitude to God. Many people, even faithfully serving Christians, have a lopsided view of God, and this eventually crashes their destiny. God is a loving Father, not a collector, and He proves His love by meeting our needs. Don't even think you are giving to help God, as He will never need your help. God is not a user of mankind. He is the molder of man's destiny. He is not a deceiver. His name is called the faithful. God is our only dependable rescue. He is too big to require human support. So, when you assume a supporter's attitude, He may turn His back on you. You need to appreciate that the totality of your existence is a product of God's grace. God is not the source of your problem. He is your only dependable solution. Nobody ever contended with God and won. So don't try it. With a right attitude to God, you easily get Him committed to your cause. And if God be for you, nobody can be against you. Remember, divine presence is your greatest asset in the race of life. Attitude to work. Work is not a curse. It existed before the curse. It is a channel of blessing designed by God for our destiny. Behind every move, there is a mover. Behind every event in history, there is a human face. Nothing happens until you make it happen. Your attitude to work will determine your ultimate worth in life. When work becomes your hobby, you soon become a high flyer. In most cases, our negative attitude to work is what has been the undoing of most of us. We have a slavery mentality to work. Slaves wait to be forced to work or be supervised to perform. You must realize that any skill you acquire on your job is an investment into your future. If your attitude is that of just working for somebody else, it is negative and will not enhance your worth. You must work to learn and not just work to earn. Working to learn makes a leader, whereas working to earn makes a slave. Cheap money is a bait for destruction. There is dignity in labor. It is the Creator's design to enhance our worth in the journey of life. Attitude to money. Once again, I assert there is no magic about money. It is essentially a medium of exchange for goods and services. So, if you are not providing goods or services, you are not qualified to enjoy financial fortune. Money is only a blessing if you have it. It becomes a curse if it has you. Money in the hand is a blessing, but if it gets into the heart, it becomes a curse. Because the love of money opens you up to all kinds of evil. It is a form of cancer to destiny. Money is placed in your hands to enhance your stewardship to your word, not just to enlarge your possessions like the biblical rich fool. If you don't have a working knowledge of financial blessings, it has power to destroy you. Money is essentially for doing good, being rich in good works, not just for accumulation. There is one thing you cannot overdo. It is called good. You are required to be a blessing to the world according to the level of your financial fortune. The bigger your capacity to bless, the greater the level to which you will be blessed. That means you are the one who determines the extent to which you are blessed. As you keep dreaming genuine financial stewardship dreams, God is committed to continually build you up. But if you don't have a right perspective to money, you are likely going to end up a victim. Remember, money without adequate financial light is money soon gone. So get informed on its uses. Faithfully employing the principles outlined in this book on the 7 power channels of purpose, information, preparation, ideas, skill, commitment, and attitude is enough to secure a turnaround for anyone and indeed the world around us. Notes: Genesis chapter 17, Numbers chapter 12 verse 3, 1 Samuel chapter 17, Philippians chapter 2 verse 5 to 11, Psalms chapter 100 verse 3, Psalms chapter 150 verse 6, Genesis chapter 12 verse 2, Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20, Psalms chapter 50 verse 12, Job chapter 9 verse 4, Proverbs chapter 13 verse 23, Matthew chapter 20 verse 3 to 10, 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 17 to 18. Conclusion: change is a possibility at any point in time, but it all begins first with a desire, a choice, and a passion for change. Destiny is essentially a race of responsibility. A change does not just occur, a change is effected. In my opinion, every positive change of position is a product of the application of relevant forces. For instance, for a book to change position from the floor to the top of your table, the following forces become relevant. First, a desire to have the book on the table. Second, a bending force, that is, the book will not jump from the floor to the table. You will have to bend down to pick it up. Third, a picking force, that is, grabbing the book from the floor with your hand. Fourth, a lifting force. That is taking up the book and placing it exactly where you want it on the table. This is what this book is all about, to identify all relevant forces for your much desired change of position. This book has been written so that the rich treasures you carry will be unlocked. Get set. It is your time to positively impact your world, because you have truly been empowered to effect a change.